I apologize, everyone. The video kicked off on me, so this is still the injector swap out. I just had to make a part 2 of it. I'm so sorry that happened. I hate it when it does. I haven't figured out why it does, but it's the phone. It's not a super high-tech one, so I'm doing the best that I can. Please bear with me. Be patient. I appreciate. I've already greased up the intake port seals on the injector rod. Give me just a sec. I've done Vaselined these seals. It's ready to go back on. And I'm not sure where it cut me off at. And as you can see, battery's disconnected. Hope nothing's left out. I'll have to edit this more and see what is, what's not. Hopefully everything's going to be intact. Yeah, I don't like it, but once again I apologize, and please bear with me. Okay, dead blow hammer, small one, to tap the fuel log and injectors into place. And basically a press fit and just to secure it. So let's get this back together. Just in case it didn't get it, injector hole, injector hole, injector hole that you can, there's the 2 center ones, and there's this one. Now, to bolt it back on, it goes, brass insert you see there, and right there. They're brass, they're easily stripped, so just snug them. That's it. The PVC or the evac system for this motor, had to take that off and unhook some wiring back here. And let's get this thing back together. Sorry about the hand and the lens. So let's get started, this thing back together. Okay. Oh yeah, before I get going any further, this piece right here is the line that hooks onto the fuel rail, like so. They're disposable clips. I managed at the junkyard to find some and get them off intact, but I use a small zip tie, piece of rubber hose, and it works great for an equivalency of the disposable clips, because I haven't found any anywhere except junkyard, and I haven't called the dealership yet, and I'm not sure if they would even carry them. Let's see what we got here now. A little bit tedious, but we can do it. Okay. It's in, but I'm going to tap it with this lightly, just to help seat it a little bit. Okay, that's all. Light and easy does it. Started by finger. That way if you cross thread, you're not going to do any damage and you can start over again. Because you don't want to cross thread this at all. Okay, let's get this turned around. Okay, it is in, as you can see. Still a little loose. That's all good. Oh, now I was telling you about the fuel line. Right here. I got other clips to use, but I'm not going to use them. I'm going to use my own with a zip tie and rubber hose. I'll show you when I get this hooked up. So let's get more of it back together. Okay. Now I don't torque these bolts down. I just snug them. If you torque them down, they're in inch-pounds. It's not going to be much. So I just snug them and let it ride. And that is it. 8mm does this. Now I want to get the zip tie and hook that line back up. Okay, I was talking about a small zip tie. That's how small it is. Here's the hose. So let's get this back together. First click on the zip tie, get your hose, vacuum line, all it takes. That's the one I cut off. It had been on 2 months and 4,000 miles. Worked out great. I missed the spot, so I gotta go back into a zip tie. Okay. There we go. Just maneuver it down in here and you'll get it. It's really not that difficult. It's tedious, but not difficult. First click, you got it. And back to this. And push the line on as far as it'll go. And as you can see, what I was talking about. And it's snug. It'll turn, but back and forth, it's not going nowhere. And as you can see, as much as that hose is pinched, it's tight. So we've got that. Let's finish this up and get her going. Okay, let's see. Oops, let's get that back up on there. As you click the female ends on, that white plastic lock, just push it down a little bit. Once it clicks, you're locked in. You've got it. And this is the lock to the harness to the coil rail. Okay. That's locked. Okie dokie. We're getting there. Now for this. Click. And whoops. And my lock went in too quick on that one. Hold on a second. I bumped the lock. It happens. Nothing major. Pop it back out. Pop it on. Click it in. We got it. Alrighty. Now we're done with the Vaseline. Fuel line's in and done. Now to get the other wiring hooked up and the air filter and fire it up. Okay, the bottom wiring is hooked up and clicked. Now for the top one. And there'll be one that goes to the AC that mine don't have. It's AC prepped. It doesn't hook up. Okay, one to the bottom. right there, on and clicked and done, locked. This to be the next one, goes on to the map sensor for the airflow. This is, I'm believing, to the AC. Mine's prepped, but I don't have it to use. So this doesn't get hooked up to anything. And this one goes right there, my ring finger's pointing to. So let's see what I can do this one-handed. You can see this. And by the way, this hose goes from the throttle to the reservoir. The coolant goes through this system, so it can help keep the throttle cool. Oddly enough, but it's the way it works. It's the way it's designed. Let's see what we got here. All right. And which way how's this go on here? I told you partly wrong. That's where this clips on to, by the looks of it. I got a little ahead of myself. Or not. Because everything's in the way now. There's the connection I'm looking for right there. Okay, let's get this over here so I can hook it up. And to it, I know everything's in the way. It's typical anymore. There we go. And get this to fit. And locked. There's the one that goes to the map sensor. Like I said, this one don't hook up to anything. Okay. Now let's get the air duct to it and get this puppy started. Okay. The new air tube elbow I purchased 3 months ago. Didn't do a video on it, so I'm going to throw this in with the video. And there's where that other connector fits onto, right there. Map sensor. As you can hopefully see, the guts of it right there. Okay. It is a snug fit, but it needs to be. All right. Be back shortly. I designed my own type of inline air filter. Kind of puts you in mind of cheesecloth. No restriction whatsoever, does catch a lot of dirt. click, that's locked on now. There's my inline air filter. Works like a dream. I've been using it for years like this. I've taken away the air box. Less restrictive. I still can pull 40 miles a gallon, or estimated 40 miles a gallon. That's not too doggone shabby. The way I drive and being a 5-speed stick, yep, it's approximately 40 miles a gallon. So let's see what we got. Okie doke, job is done. Let's fire up and see how she does. She sure purred like a kitten like she did before I changed them. So here we go. And the battery's hooked back up. Now I did clean some corrosion off of the ground cable or terminal, which tells me there's a crack in the battery. It's leaking acid. Not that you can see it, but with vapor and air creates corrosion there. I want to change out the battery. It's just over a year old, but it's a swap meet blank battery. No paperwork on it whatsoever. 40 bucks. I needed it. I bought it. It served us 40 bucks for over a year. So I'm going to use it a little longer and have to swap around, but she still cranks over good. So let's see what we got. Purr like a kitten. Hang on, we're going to check for leaks. There shouldn't be any leaks. And even when I zip tied it, no leaks. I smell no gas. At all. Everything's reading good. The E-check or check engine light came on at first because I had to build up fuel pressure and fill up the fuel rail along. Shut her back off, fire her back up, and we're doing good, just like we wanted to. And the air filter looks great too. So let's check on the dash, see what we got going on. The lights you see, one is the clock for the mileage, the e-brake light, e-brake's on, and a air pressure sensor in one of the tires is bad. That's been on for a while. I'm in no big hurry to fix that. It just tells you if you got a low tire. It's nothing crucial. So other than that, no check engine light on. Yay, we've got it. So there you have it. And let's check on what we got going on here if I keep my fingers out of the lens. There's what she's reading. Actual mileage, 151,652. Now listen to her purr. Full synthetic, 5W30. I'm really hoping to get close to 300,000 for a rebuild. I don't know how much longer the clutch is going to last, so I'll get the kits and the flywheel. Apparently the flywheel is a disposable one. I'm going to see about getting a aftermarket clutch or a stronger, better clutch, a performance clutch, and a stronger pressure plate for this. See what I come up with before I start buying the kit for it, and that's what I'm hoping to get. So there she is. That's just the door light. So everyone, there she is. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her off. we're good to go. Like I said, I just PM'd it for that for a peace of mind. In case the injector does go bad, I've got the OEM ones. I can do a quick replace or swap out. But there she is. So, once again, sorry about the two-part video on this. Something with my phone to the cam, or the video camcorder, the video. So once again, I apologize for that, but thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to my channel, and like and subscribe and notification bell, and there we go. And I'm going to take, like I said in the first part of this video, unfortunately, I'm going to take the valve cover off and see if it is sludged up. I want to see how true this really is. I don't think I have any sludge. Very little, if any. I take care of my vehicles. And by the way, out of my lawnmowers, there's the maniacal S10. These days, years, I'll get back to her and get it all together. So other than that, that's all for now. So stay safe, stay healthy, keep the wrenches turning, and don't bust up too many knuckles. Have a great one, y'all. Thanks once again. Bye.